Welcome to the Refined Football Podcast, and of course, as you all know, my name is Affordable David Chibuzo, and I'm never alone in the studio to discuss football. I have with me today, on my left hand, CJ. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
On my far right hand is the Mickey Mandela, Chief Priest of Football.
You know
on my immediate right is our special guest for today's preview corner, Mr. Chima. You're welcome to the building today.
Thank you very much.
And of course, as you all know, every weekend we bring to you the predict and win game. And this weekend in the EPL, we have a very, very big London derby, the game between Arsenal and Chelsea. Of course, you know it's the Super London derby in the EPL. And I'm calling on our fans, our viewers, wherever you might be, if you want to partake in a 20k airtime worth of giveaway this weekend in the EPL, all you need to do is to drop your correct score prediction in the comment section on our YouTube page. Remember I said it again, on our YouTube page. Winners will be selected randomly on our YouTube page. And today we're going to start with the first game. The first game to preview this weekend is the London Derby, big London Derby. Of course, you know we have two London Derby this weekend. Fulham up against Tottenham, but the biggest one is Arsenal up against Chelsea. So I'll start with you, Mickey Mandela, Chief Priest. What's your say?
It's a London derby, as you said. Arsenal, Chelsea,
yes.
And
the Emirates. And
Chelsea have not been in the top of the game for a while. It's just a up and down.
Yes.
You know, like a woman that have a pregnancy before after 6 months you get miscarriage. Chelsea have miscarriage.
This is not miscarriage they get.
A big time miscarriage.
Because they give everybody hope this is with their signing and how they started the season.
We are hoping Chelsea will deliver a vaccine to people at the end of the day.
Nothing.
They have miscarriage. I'm telling you. So coming for Codcast team, Arsenal, they have been also...
Wait. You even have a name for these two teams. First of all, Chelsea is the team that is always having miscarriage.
Let's just say miscarriage team.
Now, Arsenal is the Codcast team.
Team.
Why is this name coming for only the teams in the London?
You want them very well. You see that that's where the team land. You know.
Okay.
The way you think that these guys will finish your beans at the end of the day, the gas will cut. You have to go
buy the fake gas.
Buy the fake gas before you come.
I'm the fake gas.
Beans on sour.
No be lie.
Actually,
no be lie.
Like for this time around, I think Arsenal have upper hand.
Yeah. You favor them in this game too.
You know, Chelsea is their winning in just
slim win.
Try your rock.
Yeah.
You know, this weekend they win the game.
Next weekend they lose.
Next weekend they draw two before they come back to draw again. You know, so Arsenal is more compacted now. Their game you can see it more like Chelsea won. So I'm giving the game to Arsenal.
So what's your final scoreline for the game? Possible outcome?
It's a 2-1 game.
2-1.
Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Or Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. Chelsea cannot score more than 1 goal.
Okay. So Mr. Chima, let's hear you. Arsenal Chelsea this weekend, London Derby. What's your prediction?
Well, my prediction, I think I'll give it to Chelsea. Because I have my reason for that. Because if you know about football very well, you know that when it comes to football games, like big games.
Yeah, big games.
Those Chelsea players, they are players individually. They have strong mentality, strong character more than Arsenal. And for now, yes, Arsenal is good. But most times when it comes to bigger games like this, you know, Arsenal, they don't really have that.
They know how to sleep.
Yes, they know how to sleep off some certain game that you expect them to
win.
And Chelsea, they might be losing to some smaller team. They can even lose to Stoke City. But when it comes to big games like this, you see their player, they always come to the party because one-on-one, you see Enzo, you see that Casido, you see Kopama. You know, most times one-on-one, they are very, very strong and they have that mentality. And when you are coming to a game with that strong mentality, definitely you are going to come up with something positive.
So what's your final score prediction for this game?
I think I give it to Chelsea 2-1.
Chelsea 2-1?
Yes.
For me, I see it's a London derby. And just like you rightly said, you said Chelsea, whenever they are playing the big boys, they always know how to, their players always somehow know how to turn up.
Yes.
And when you watch them against smaller teams, you see them struggle. Just like they played against, I think their last game against Leicester City.
Yes.
They scored 1,
yes.
But they struggled in that game. Because I watched the game from the beginning to the end. Chelsea really struggled. I am going to favor a full-time draw in this game. Because I know Liverpool, they've won the league. There is no amount of magic Arsenal want to do.
That's true.
I don't see Arsenal winning this game. Yes, they're the stronger side.
Yes.
But I see them sleeping again.
Me too.
Because I know the chances of them winning the league has dropped drastically. They only have a better chance of going far in the Champions League, which I know it is.
Nobody.
Also, that's what I'm saying. is also a hard journey.
Very hard one.
So now they want to focus more on surprising people in the Champions League, because if they eventually play and send Madrid packing, people will be surprised. We want to tip them for the title. That's why I believe
Which is a hard
their
task.
spirit for the EPL has dropped, and I see it as a full-time job. My current score 1-1 for me. Seriously for me.
Yeah, I have something to say.
Yeah.
As usual.
You always have just
let
little
me
to say, but then you
adjust,
say a
let me
lot.
adjust
Sorry, my
well.
hearing don't drop.
Hey, I would say, coming to what our guest said, Shima said, Chelsea, when it comes to big games, to me this season, they haven't actually won the big matches.
I don't know. I don't think so.
They played Man City one way.
They
They
lost.
lost to City. They played Liverpool.
They lost.
They lost. They played
Even the Arsenal.
It's a draw.
Even the Arsenal you
Even
want
the
to
Arsenal,
play.
they lost.
So what is he saying?
You understand? So Chelsea, in as much as they want to win, they want to surprise you. Their aim now is just to make the top 4. They are doing well. Nobody's not saying they are doing well. And the 3 key players they are there that are performing well is players he called Caicedo.
You see, the only disadvantage I see in this game for Chelsea now is the Jackson that is not playing.
Yeah.
That is the disadvantage. No, most times people say Jackson have
Doesn't
not led
come-
up to
No,
expectation.
see,
But
But
I'm
he
telling
always
you the
knows
fact,
how to put in
most
that
times
fight.
when Jackson is playing, he knows how to create space. And people have forgotten that the goals that Jackson have scored in this season, if Chelsea have even bought bigger striker, the striker might not even score up to those goals
let me,
for the first or second season.
you see Jackson as an attacker. To me, I will not say he's a top striker. He's a hustler.
Yeah, that's the language for him.
He
He knows how to put in that fight and stabilize
when you call
defenses.
top strikers like goal getters,
You don't mention
You-
Jackson.
see, I'll prefer a Osimhen, an Onuachu to Jackson.
I can believe Osimhen, but not Onuachu.
I'm telling you, because you know I said so. I have my reasons. Everybody has their own opinion and their reasons. If Onuachu played for Trabzonspor, he scored goal scorer, goal getter. Jackson can score goal, but he's not that goal getter. See, there are situations I've watched this, man. There are situations whereby you give Jackson a one-on-one.
He will miss it. He can have
See,
one
he might-
one-on-one.
you understand
for a
what I'm
match,
saying?
He will miss 4 and score
You understand?
1.
So if we're saying, to my own suggestion, I would say Chelsea in that game against Arsenal. And you know, yesterday game, Arsenal, in as much as Arsenal playing in the Champions League 2-2 draw, the coach introduced started Sterling in that game. Sterling made 2 assists and he won man of the match. You know, when things like that happen in a club, the coach is like, okay, since this has happened,
Let me
and
try
this
it
over,
again.
let me try him again. And Sterling is at the stage of him, he wants to prove himself in Arsenal because Arsenal don't have a top 9 again. So he wants to be at least, let it be the next option in the
That Arteta will
attacking.
use.
Since Waneri is there, Trossard is there, and this guy is back. What's his name? This attacker from Brazil. Martinelli is back. He cannot bench anybody, you understand? And they are still using this guy from the top 9. So now I think the next game, he would be there. And it's actually his former club. So he will try to prove himself correct in the game. Try to do it. So I'm giving that game in favor of Arsenal. Arsenal is winning that game 2-0, 3-1.
2-0-3-1 in
Yeah.
favor of Arsenal, right? So we are going to move on to the next game, still in the EPL. Leicester City up against Manchester United. Leicester City are playing at home.
Van Nistelrooy, man.
I made a mistake. It's supposed to be Leicester City up against the Dead Devils.
No.
The Devil, but let's not go into
Do you
that.
want
one.
to cause? Do you want to
Don't
cause
confuse yourself,
confusion? No, you want to actually cause problem or confusion.
Don't
Which
give,
one?
yourself heart attack.
Leicester City up against Manchester United. And I'm going to tell people our punters that are watching and listening to us. If you have your inheritance ready for you,
They should.
you have your money ready,
Put it on bottom
go
of Manchester
and take
United.
Leicester City to score a goal,
Hey!
Leicester to win or draw. I am telling this for
No.
a fact. You see Van Nistelrooy will prove a point in this
No,
game.
there's nothing to prove there.
Don't try
Don't
it,
worry.
though.
See,
Don't worry. My
In
prediction
as
for
much-
this game:
okay,
Leicester 2, Manchester United 1.
okay. Let me say
Let's
something.
hear
Let me
from
say
you.
something. In as much as Mr. Roy wants to go out of the relegation, see, he's not relegated because he still
He's
has.
fighting.
If he wins his next 2 match, he'll be out of relegation.
I
But
don't
winning your
think
next 2 match, others might still win their next 2 match. You understand?
You
so
still
it's
remember where
football.
you are.
You still remember where you are, and it's also counting. You understand? So in that game, let me tell you, as it stands now in Premier League, as it stands now, you see, to me the relegation is already sealed. Leicester, Ipswich, Southampton.
They are going to.
The three of them that came,
they are going
will
to
go back.
That's
Just like they are saying, you came to do, man, just show face small. Nisera will take them back, but I still see something that he will still bring them back to the Premier League because he has not had.
Sack him.
Eh?
No, they don't sack him.
I'm
They
sure
might not sack him because he didn't put them there.
You understand? But
But I'm going to tell you for the fact, the game against Manchester United this weekend is what is going to use in strengthening his chances
what
of
Man you played against Arsenal? If they would use that mentality, that's what I'm saying.
We saw them play against Liverpool
because it's not even Liverpool.
Second leg, they played very well.
Not even Liverpool. Tottenham game was they played like if it was not even the Man U.
Every time the Man U play against big team this season, they always give that fight.
But against Tottenham, they didn't give any fight. They play like wounded lion.
Now once that's dead devil now. Then the devil is there. The prayer is working against them.
So what's your
prediction?
What I'll say in this game is, I see Man U still having a clean win of 1-0, 2-1.
In favor of Manchester United.
Yeah.
Me, I'm favoring Leicester City to win 2-1.
Okay.
Let's hear from Chief Priest. I know you want to bury me, but just calm down. Calm down.
You know, if a lion want to devour a cat, they will just be looking at him slowly.
Wait, sorry for cutting you short. Who is not the lion? Who is the cat?
You are aged to differentiate.
Who is not the
lion
lion and the cat?
Let me even say so. You're not sure they are part of the cat family because they are not doing well.
No worry, they are still together. They want to give me this.
No, the two they are part of the cat family. They are not doing
I accept.
well, I don't blame you guys.
Nobody's blaming anybody.
I just bring the season the way it came, but we will still come over it.
You will come over it. Pray you
don't
relegate.
I can't imagine you.
Pray you don't relegate before you come over it.
Describing a whole United, Manchester United.
We would not. Me, I'm not even calling them United. I'm calling them Bruno FC because it's Bruno that's in the work there now. Mostly Man U.
Sometimes it happens like that. There was a time it will be a soldier that will be leading the team.
Definitely.
So if you say it's a Bruno,
but one man soldier cannot win a war.
I get it. But sometimes a particular person will be outstanding.
Yeah,
definitely.
So if you say it's a Bruno United, so far United is there, no problem.
FC.
So what I want to say, Manchester will win Leicester City.
Certain. No, that one is certain.
If you look at our game lately,
okay,
we see we are coming up.
Just the last game, not the previous game for this one.
Let me clean my glasses because this weekend I want to look at you very well.
You saw how it went.
I want to look at you very well this weekend. I remind you that I told you again.
It didn't go well that game. But continue. Let's hear you.
Don't cut him short.
Let me not waste time on this.
No, you must waste time.
No, let it not waste time.
Leicester City is not a team I will exhaust my energies to talk about. You know, with the boys I have now, despite we have injury problems, but
Obi is there. Obi won them.
He's a way win for United.
So what's your correct score prediction?
Leicester City 1, if by mistake, by chance,
they score
this 1. Okay. Manchester 2.
Okay.
But he said that they would not score before.
You don't remember.
Okay, he said by chance
by chance or by mistake.
But you see mistakes that bring goals.
No problem. So, Mr. Chima, let's hear from you.
Well, at this point, although I know that Manchester United have not been doing really good, but first of all, I must commend the coach because the coach has really done a very good job, and it's quite unfortunate that they didn't employ the coach at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
But for me, from the way I have analyzed Manchester United, I see that one of the challenges Manchester United is having is that, one, most of their players or the key players, the coach have never ever had a full squad at a particular time to select the best player from.
He's always having some injury problems.
Yes, some injury problems. And secondly, most times we are taught that the players make the formation, not formation making players.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've heard about that.
For me, I feel like since the new coach came in, he has a pattern that he has been playing from Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
But I believe that when you come in as a coach and then you see that the kind of players you have, they are not really adapting to that your system. That your system requires some certain pre-season training, process, you understand? So I feel like most times you can just throw in some certain formation that you know that the player that you have at your disposal can be able to perform that way. Which means from the way Man U are playing, they are playing 3-4-3. Sometimes they play 3-4-2 and then one in the front. And which that formation has not really helped Manchester United because now you see that most times even this Amad Diallo that is injured now, they make use of him as a wing back. And the guy, from the way we are seeing it, he has grown to become a very, very,
Very
good
important
player. So, from my own opinion, I feel that if Manchester United want to be getting more results, some of those players like the likes of Garnacho have not been performing well since the coach coming. Why? It's not because Garnacho is not good and not because the coach is not good, but I feel that there's something like imbalance. Garnacho does not like coming back to mark. Are you getting me? Players like Garnacho, like those Amadialo or some kind of key player like Fernandes are supposed to be given like kind of free role.
Freedom,
because now we are struggling. We need players that can score goals. So when you see the qualities of those kind of players, then the only thing you can put some certain player that can mark behind them, like all those Mazuain and those Dalot, and then you can play those one behind them, then give them more free role. Because if you see the injury that Amadialo sustained, it was because of as the result of maybe tracking back. Most times he overworks himself. Garnacho too overworks themselves. So by the time they will get the ball and in front, they will not be able to have that energy to perform. Are you getting me now? So, but if the season has ended and then the coach wants to start the new season with Manchester United, he can as well buy some player that can fit in, particularly into that kind of pattern. Just like this Patrick Dogwood that he just bought. Are you getting? So that is my own challenge about Manchester United. But in this game particularly, I know that Man U needs this game even more than Leicester City, because if Manchester United go to if they get relegated, they are going to lose sponsorship, they are going to lose a lot of things, they are going to lose TV rights, so a lot of things will be lost. So definitely in this game this weekend, they are going to do everything possible, and EPL needs Manchester, because forget about what is happening now. Manchester United is a great team in the whole world. There's no doubt about it. If you have Manchester United in your league, you attract sponsors. Of course, there is no doubt about it. So I believe that this particular game, there's no way Man U can lose it. So what's your final score prediction? I think 1-0. Because it has been hard for Man U to score, but most times they defend well, most about 1-0 at least. Yes, they cannot score more than 2. But I believe it's going to end 1-0 because Man U needs it more than Leicester. Okay, so we are going to move on to the next game, still in the EPL, but the last game to be previewed on the EPL this weekend. Man City up against Brighton. Me, personally, I think it's going to be a banana's peel for Manchester City. Because Brighton are no pushovers this season. Of course. They are no pushovers. I won't be surprised if Manchester City, drops a point. And I won't be surprised if they don't get a point at all. Not at home. We've seen it so many times. Where we don't expect them to drop and they will drop. But me, I favor a full-time draw. This game. I favor a full-time draw. In as much as City has not been doing well, that they find it difficult to win again this time. Even the team, they don't understand what is going on. See everything. He have tried all patterns to win this match, to maintain the winning this thing. But it's part of the game. No champion forever. And again, you know what? There's no champion forever. About the game is the way is when your formation down is almost spotted by your formation. They are only one thing about football. The other things masters your pattern. They have watched Guardiola. From they checked his 2 years how he plays his football for the past 2 seasons. This season, so many teams has watched his game several times, and they like, this coach, if he does not use this pattern, if he's bringing in this pattern, and again, the most trusted player if that guy should come into the game, if he's in the game, he get goals. See De Bruyne has been underperforming. That's why you see it's hard you get direct passes. Why do you think that if he has De Bruyne, they will be winning matches? Except when De Bruyne, I'm sorry, I disagree with the opponent have mastered. I disagree with that. Do you know why I disagree with that? Why I disagree with that? You can't say most times you watch when you want to play a game, you understand. Maybe you want to play against Real Madrid or Barca in those days where Messi and Ronaldo were there. The coaches or the team manager, they will always play Ronaldo and Messi game for, but when you still come to the game, they will still play they will still win. But my own point now is that Man City, they have been winning matches. There's no way you can have a champion forever. You know, when you have something to yourself, you have won something several times. It's just natural that at a certain time in life, you just have to lose it. That zeal will not be there. Not this kind of losing. When City can resurrect back, see those new players that are buying now. Those players now they are eager to win anything. So now they can begin to. Now the last of the wants to. In as much as he's losing games. I want to include something to what he said. It's not because they have mastered Guardiola pattern. No, it's because Guardiola have tried to change another pattern that is not working. In the sense, wait, hold on. In the sense that he have tried to have a striker now. He's having a striker.
unlike before,
Yes.
Guardiola is not a team that have a striker. But
See,
now he bought this guy.
No.
What is his name? Haaland. Now everybody
Right?
want to go to
I remember the
Haaland.
days of only when I think he didn't use much more of a striker in Barcelona.
Even Man City.
He used Aguero is a striker.
What do you mean? How many matches Aguero played?
Aguero played
Aguero
matches.
sometimes Aguero come as a sub.
That was when actually Aguero started having injuries. That was when
No,
I'm
no,
telling
no.
you,
Let
if
me
you go
tell
check.
you
Let's
something.
not
Yeah.
dwell too much on this. Let's just give because our time is almost spent.
We have to just let out just see out some things. When Pep Guardiola was in Man City, Aguero was actually there.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
And they had around, I think either Zeko was there before the first season he came. Zeko was there before he left. In Bayern, he had Lewandowski. He was
Not
playing.
that you not sign.
See, that's what I'm saying. You said something is non-mastering. Yes, in as much as I say non-mastering, let me not use the word. Okay, let me just reframe my work, non-mastering. But things has come to the use of, he always see this is ball game.
Sorry, do you know that before Man City started winning league,
Yeah.
another team have been doing well before Man City came up? Do you know that Liverpool have once reigned, Manchester United have once reigned in the Premier League, Chelsea have once reigned. So there will always be a time where you will decline. There is always a time. So this is the time for Man City to
That's
decline.
what I said. I'm saying,
So
in as much as
naturally,
they're
it can
declining,
happen to anybody.
in as much as they are declining, in as much as those teams reign, even the Man you are saying that reigned. See, there's what it takes that like you have a great coach and you have subsequent good players. Like if you check in Man City now, if you're calling an average player in Man City now, I would say you only mention 3 or 4 players in Man City now. That's an average player. You understand?
But can I tell you something? In those players that you are talking about, most of those players, they might not be world-class players before they came to Man City. It was Guardiola that turned them like, because most of these players, if they go to another team that does not play the style of Man City, they might struggle to perform.
Okay, thank God you said if they don't play the style. Do you know Guardiola under Mancini they won the league, but they not playing the style of Guardiola.
Yes.
So and then under Mancini they were playing well. No, they not. They had great players like Aguero, Zeko, Yature, complete. You understand? Those are the players. But what I'm trying to make you understand is Guardiola himself losing games like this, like losing this kind of games. Like there are matches whereby you say Man City, even if they are doing bad, let them lose to the bigger teams. In as much as small teams might give you shock, but let them lose to the bigger teams. Not team like you come to a team like Tottenham.
But that is why it's called
That's why I
Premier
said,
League. That's why it's one of the best
it's
leagues in the
football.
world.
You understand? It's football. But the losing streak of this season has never happened to Guardiola in his life as a coach. Even if one player has injury, because if I would say in Man City, if you should take out Rodri, Kovacic as a player can replace him. Because Kovacic has won the Champions League, has won the league. So he has the experience and has the confidence as a player
I think
to
I'm
pick
going
up the
to,
mantle.
I'm going to come in there. He said Kovacic. Kovacic is going to only play his role, but might not be able to cover what Rodri does.
They train together. Kovacic can play as a defensive midfielder and as an attacking midfielder. He's the kind of player that he marks.
But he doesn't have the kind of the working leg.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Everybody-
The experience and
every-
ability sometimes are different.
If we should
I'm
check
a
by
defensive
experience,
midfielder, the
let
same thing like
me
you.
tell you something. If we should check by experience, who has played football by experience and played with experience, I believe you in your own understanding, you will say maybe your own mentality. If as my own understanding, I'll tell you by experiences how long you've played the game and who have you played the game with. Kovacic has more experience than Rodrigo. Do you believe?
I don't believe
Let's
that.
not go into that.
Okay, let's not
What's
go
your final
into that.
prediction? Man City Brighton.
Well, Man City win that game.
Correct score.
2-0, 3-1.
So what's your prediction, Mr.
Man
Shima?
City will win 2-1.
2-1 in favor of
Yes.
Man City.
Yes.
But I'm favoring a full-time draw. So now
Okay.
we're going to put attention now to La Liga, and we have a very big game. Actually, the two biggest game in La Liga this weekend is Villarreal up against Real Madrid, and of course we know the point gap between Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid is just very, very slim. Now, Real Madrid are playing away at Villarreal. I will start with you, CG. As Mr. Madrid, what you do? Give us your own point, your opinion.
They don't use all their strength.
That game will be a hard nut.
Very, very, very hard game.
And the team Villarreal wants to make, if not, they want to make Europa because they are sitting.
And they are doing well this season.
They are sitting behind Bilbao. You understand? And the points gap behind Bilbao is not much.
And do not forget they have win more home win than away.
You understand?
They have been doing very well at home.
That one is not a record to be kept because Madrid is a team that when it comes to Villarreal, in Villarreal home, what they normally beg for is a draw.
Okay.
The last time we played, last season we played, it was actually I won them in my home, we played 4-4. And this season, I've won them in my home. And I'm going to there. I know now it's a different ball game because now this is where the season starts. I would say that game is a slim win for Madrid. 2-1, 1-0.
2-1, 1-0. I'm also going to favor Madrid to win this game. It's actually a slim victory for me. But I see them scoring goals. Both teams to score themselves.
Yeah.
And I won't be surprised if they score as much as 5 goals in this game. I won't be surprised because Madrid are just fresh from
definitely Madrid
Champions League final before final. They played their city rival. Yeah. And all of us know they played the full 90 minutes. Played the extra time plus the controversies and how to tell on them physically and mentally. Yeah. And coming into a game of this magnitude against a big side like Villarreal. Of course, you know Villarreal want to use home advantage. I want to pressure them. And they're going to use the number 6 to try and curtail them. But one thing is for sure, if you bite a tiger, they will come attacking. When the tiger is tired, you want to sit back and watch you make that mistake. So Madrid want to sit back a bit. When they get it, they go, they might want to hold it. But the mistake Madrid will do is to sit back and concede very late. But I favor Madrid to win this game 2-1, 3-2 for me. So Mr. Chima, let's hear from you.
Well, I think I will agree with you a bit because this time around, Real Madrid, my challenge with Real Madrid has been that, since they signed Mbappe, I was thinking that they have not really gotten the right balance in their team.
They've not really
because
gotten
I
that
feel
balance.
like they still need a point man. That's what they call a point man in the team.
It's not a natural point man.
It's not a natural point man.
They are managing that position.
So and I can see the struggle between Mbappe and Vinicius because most times it's affect the balance of the team when they are playing. Are you getting? Because most times both of them try to struggle within that particular position that they feel more comfortable operating from, which is from that left position. But if you watch, I think last season or last week when that Joselu was there, despite that it was not that top striker, but most times he saved them from so many matches,
games.
Even in the
he was always missing chances,
So
whenever he scores,
anytime he comes in, you see that balance of his striker. He can help
because he will help
yes, and he can help Vinicius and Rodrigo to operate. So
true.
I feel like they are still lacking that point man because instead of that Mbappe, I felt like maybe if Vinicius can leave or one of them, that balance it will be more better if Madrid is playing with that their two flank there with a main point nine, and then they're having challenge with their defense. That defense, most time they play, it can be difficult. And from that right flank too, since that Caballa has injury, that Lucas
Vasquez, naturally is not a right back.
Yes,
if you watch it to cover. Sorry to cut you. If you watch it in yesterday game they played in Champions League. When they brought him in, he was not playing as a right back. The coach told Baba to remain there.
Go there because Baba has more strength and can operate better and can mark more.
At the time, Simone was telling them when Baba do push, he will tell them, use this place. Also, he will tell them, use here, don't go there, use here. Because the Vasquez is weak. We don't even cut him as.
And that's why when Madrid is playing against Barca too, it's always Africa. They make use of that position
when he starts,
very, very well. So the only person in that defense line has been Rudiger. And Rudiger cannot do the job below because you need 2 experienced or 4 experienced defenders there. So, but in this match against Villarreal, I know that Villarreal has been doing well of late. They have been very, very good. But I believe that Real Madrid with their experience, they are going to at least win the game. They are going to win. So I predict let's say 2-1 or 3-1.
2-1 in favor of Madrid.
Yes, in favor of Madrid.
So
Chipris is looking at you with one eye.
Let's get because
he has been looking at you with one eye.
The way you guys are talking about this, but I was just looking at you guys. You forget that Villarreal know how to score goal when they are at home. You understand?
That's why I said the biggest mistake Madrid will make is to sit back and try to hold on.
You analyze only Madrid. You don't know much about this Villarreal we are talking about.
Why?
So it's not a team you write off.
Reason why we
come to first.
They're in the first four.
Nobody's writing.
See, we're not writing them off. Madrid is a more bigger team and had more.
You forget that any team that wants to play Real Madrid always prepare. And Real Madrid have been stressing. They just come back from Champions League.
I remember I made that point too.
And Real Madrid have squad. They have squad. They can rotate their squad.
We played yesterday with Wednesday.
Let's allow Chief
Today is a Wednesday. No, he will. No, we are giving instances. Because if you know where he's driving to,
you know he's your club.
I know where he's
You don't know where I'm
driving
driving to.
to.
You're not my driver.
You see, I know where
I
he's
drive
driving
my car
to.
by myself. You can't know where I'm driving to.
Yeah,
I know
drive.
where
So
he's
what
driving
I'm trying
to.
to say is this: the game I'm giving it to Villarreal.
Okay.
I told you. I said I know where he's driving to.
That's his
Because
opinion.
it's a winning team.
Yeah.
Villarreal is a winning team.
They have the
It's
squad.
not
They
a right
can
team.
stop Madrid.
They have the
If
squad.
anything that will stop Madrid, you will not know.
I understand.
They have the squad to do it.
And they have the squad.
This
and they have
mentality
the
that Madrid
ability.
is winning Tico. Oh,
They can do it.
No, you
Oh.
lost against Tico. Sure, you know.
You
in
lost.
qualifying against
Quick
Tico.
one.
I told him that he will lose the game.
Quick one.
You lost.
Quick one. Yeah,
But I'm saying Villarreal this time around,
Mm.
it is on a odd of Villarreal. Villarreal 2, Madrid 1.
Okay. So the final game we are going to be previewing for this weekend is the big one still in La Liga is Atletico Madrid up against Barcelona. Let me give this very quick
You are supposed to
analysis.
start on cheat, please. I want to know what
Let me
cheat
give
is.
this quick analysis.
I want
Atletico
to know
Madrid
what you
is
say
from
on
a
this.
fresh battle against Real Madrid, and mentally, physically, it is going to tell on them.
No.
And they're coming against Barcelona's side.
Of course, but you don't expect them
Yes.
to give out the two
I
chances.
don't-
They've
I-
lost one. It's remaining only one.
That is why I said it's going to be a very tough one because they're coming from a very big game, and they're playing against a team,
No, they have the time
They
to
has
rest. You see, have time to rest.
young boys that can kill pressure. You have Pedri, you have De Jong, you have Yamal, you have Rafinha. These players will bite you. Any small opportunity, they go bite you with no good. I won't be surprised if this game ends in a draw, but I kind of feel Barcelona to win. But it's not going to be a heavy victory. At most, 1-goal advantage, maybe 2-1 or 1-0 for me. Chief, just here for me.
From what happened between Tico and Barcelona, we watched the game. It was a fun game and it was a
It was a
difficult
Champions
one.
League final before
You
final.
understand? So right now, Tico is a kind of wounded lion.
Yeah.
You don't expect them to lose out to.
And they're still playing at home again.
And they are still that same home. And you can't beat up a child in his house twice. IS will bite you anywhere.
It depends on who fights you now.
Yeah, it depends on who fights you. But this one is a stronger head.
If they are stronger than you, they will beat you 10 times safe in your house.
But Tico
They
is
will
not
do nothing.
Tico is not weak, you know.
They're not weak, yes.
Yes, so with that zeal,
That's
with
why I
that
said I won't be
mentality,
surprised if they end
with
in a
that
draw.
not to lose out from this trophy, they have lost Champions
Champions
League,
League.
Copa del Rey. I think they are still with
Yeah, Barcelona.
Barcelona.
They played a draw and they're playing
Now-
next their home match.
If one thing I want to say here, do not forget this: if Atletico win Barcelona on La Liga game, next match, what is it? Copa del Rey, Barca is going to win them.
So what's your possible?
But this current
score
one,
line?
Tico 2, Barcelona 1, because Barcelona have been conceding goal.
Okay.
You understand? If Benfica can score Barcelona, and if Tico self score them 4 goals in space of how many minutes?
Yeah, the full 90
You
they
know?
scored 4. In space of 10 or 14 minutes,
They
scored 2 goals.
equalize 2-4-4.
Yeah.
So I think this time around, Atletico will take the lead.
So Mr. Chairman, let's hear a quick one.
I
Time is
feel,
fast
like,
spent already.
I feel like they will share the points because at this point in time, what I just like is that this Atletico Madrid player, they have that ruggedity when they
Yeah.
are playing. But this Barcelona player, they have the kind of flair that when they are playing, they like to knock the ball around. So if Atletico do not take care in terms of committing unnecessary fouls
And
you
how they
understand?
crush out.
Yes, because all those the
Yeah.
likes of Yamal, the likes of Rafinha,
quick on the
all they are
flanks.
quick on the flanks and they are very, very good. And those Barcelona might not have individual talented players like Atletico Madrid, but in terms of the squad, when they are playing
As a
together
unit.
they are more dangerous. So if Atletico Madrid do not take care of those little fouls, those ruggedness and all those things, I think they might have a point to gain from this match. So let me just say 1-1.
1-1. Okay. So CJ, quick one before we call it a day.
One is whoever win.
You don't
whoever
even know who
lose.
will give the odd.
No.
Two of them-
If I would say who I will give the odd to.
He's
I
a
would
Madrid
say
fan.
Tico.
You want to go against Madrid.
You give
No, I
against
cannot.
Barca. Against Barca.
I'm always against Barcelona.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You're a Madrid fan. You always be against Barca. It's a natural something.
He's certain.
Nah, Bini.
Only way I can support Barcelona is in the Champions League. And
Absolutely.
if I meet them, I will hate them. They are my haters.
It's a natural something, so I'm not surprised.
So definitely, but I want Barcelona to draw because Tico is not a threat to Madrid.
It's Barca.
It's Barca that is a threat to Madrid. And you know, Barca, they don't win. They played last time in Tico their home. It was I think a draw game.
4-4.
No,
In the league.
Yes.
No, I think,
Yes.
was it
No,
a-
one-
No, it was a draw game. They
It is
dropped
1-1
points. It was
draw.
1-1.
draw.
You understand? And Tico scored them for us. before they equalized.
They came and yes,
You understand? So
Even Tico last league match, they lost 2-1 to Getafe.
To
or
Getafe.
something.
you
Yeah.
understand?
And they
So
scored
and that
first.
was actually a away game. So but this time around, due to the little expo I heard online, like that Simone said, I was actually just following his comment and everything. He said, in as much as they lost the game against Madrid, but they know that Barca will suffer for it. And they have an advantage.
Definitely,
their
Barca
home.
will suffer for
You understand? They are playing their home.
It's not by
They-
mouth now, it's by
No, they have the
no,
players.
no,
See,
no, no,
see,
no.
this season,
No, it will
in this
happen,
season,
definitely.
in depth in La
It's not by
Liga,
mouth.
they have the depth of squad and more experienced players in their team.
They are rugged and mobile. Those guys,
Yesterday,
Rugged,
sorry to
but
just
not
go
mobile.
back. In
they
yesterday
are
game,
mobile too.
they were bringing in when they were doing substitution. I was thinking maybe I will see players that I don't have names. They were bringing players that have names, that have experience. Do you think as expected he's still there? He's still there. He came in, he was doing his work. Molina did. I was like,
And they all do the job.
I was like, this one won't kill Madrid though. Maybe it's there our bench. Maybe it's not for Madrid bench
So don't
yesterday.
misquote what Simeone said though.
You understand?
What's
No, he said-
what's your final scoreline for the
I
game?
prepared that game 2-1-2-0 for Tico.
I'm
2-1
telling you.
in favor of City.
2-1-2-0 for Tico.
So unfortunately, we've come to the end of what we promised to be another exciting edition of the Refined Football Podcast Show. And just as we promised, very, very intensive. And thanks to my guys in the studio. So to our fans, wherever you might be watching us from, wherever you might be viewing us from, whether within the shores of the country or outside the shores of Nigeria, please do ensure to follow us on our social media pages that pop up on your screen. And most especially our YouTube page. Do not forget to keep the notification button on. And until we meet again, it's goodbye from all of us at TRF Podcast. God bless you as you watch.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.